Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and Donald Trump really opens up during this interview with Laura Ingraham. He reveals something that's deeply personal, and of course it is, particularly when it relates to the attempt on his life, and how it has affected his family. What he says about how Melania feels right now behind the scenes is truly heartbreaking. This is important. Being able to see who a politician is to his family is probably the most important aspect we can ask for and we can look for in a politician. So here's the interview with Laura Ingraham, but before we get into the video, I want to give a quick shout out over to our sponsors, Colonial Metals Group. They literally have the cure to fight inflation, but more on that later. As for now, let's get into the video.
What was Melania's reaction, if you don't mind my asking? I know this is very personal, when she learned about what happened on that field in Butler?
She was watching.
Oh, she was watching in real time?
She was watching live. It was all over the place. It was on television. It was on your network, but it was all over the place. And she was watching. I asked her that. I mean, I wasn't there. I was on the ground. And when the world started to, like, you could talk to people, I said, so what was your feeling? And she can't really even talk about it.
Traumatized.
Which is okay, because that means she likes me.
She still
she
likes
loves
you.
me.
That's good.
I mean, let's say she could talk about it freely. That wouldn't be, I'm not so sure which is better. But she either likes or loves me, and that's nice. But I will say this, look, she was, when I went down, she thought the worst had happened, because I went down. And I grabbed my, and I saw it was, my hand was loaded up with blood. You see it in slow motion, instant replay. You know, we had hundreds of press there. So this was covered live. They would have had instant replay and everything else, which they already do in this. But supposing the worst happened, you know, one man, Corey, was killed, hit horribly,
amazing man,
horribly in the head. And, you know, to guard it, he was guarding his family.
That's why how important it is to get to the bottom of why this was allowed to occur.
No,
I mean, he died.
No, he died.
You almost died.
He died instantly.
Traumatized. Yeah, that'd probably be the right word for it. If I was to watch one of my loved ones get shot at, that would haunt me for the rest of my life. So I understand where people are coming from when they say that they want to reduce gun violence. I understand the notion. And that's why I have a lot of respect for Lucy McBath. She might be a Democrat, she might be a gun grabber, but you know what? I can understand why. And she's earnest about it. And she's someone that you can approach, and her office is incredibly helpful. So don't let it be said that there aren't good Democrats out there. But that's not what this is about. This isn't about gun control. And I'm actually kind of shocked that we haven't gone down this rabbit hole. What shocks me is the lack of media integrity about this issue. It is the lack of good journalism to question why this all went down. It is a lack of the Secret Service not doing their jobs properly. I haven't been to the site, but their excuse was a sloped roof, and it was hot outside. There were quite literally agents in the building, and there were people outside screaming, "There's a man on the roof and he's got a gun." Y'all, times are rough. Record inflation is still not under control. We have a president who doesn't know what planet he's on, and the Federal Reserve continues to make dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision. You can gamble on Wall Street all you want, but if you want to diversify and protect your wealth, you need to look into my friends over at Colonial Metals Group. These amazing experts understand how to keep your wealth safe and protected from the volatility of our current market. And there's even a great deal for first-time accounts. Free gold and silver-backed IRA accounts, insurance on whatever precious metals you happen to buy for 5 years, up to $7,500 worth of silver, and a nice safe for you to keep all this good stuff in. So go take a look at their website, link in the description below, or call the phone number below so you can talk personally to Paul Stone, CEO, and his amazing team of experts to protect your wealth today. I initially got the whole thing wrong. I thought the bullet had come from a different direction, from this direction. No, it came from behind. And unfortunately, a man lost his life. I can't fully pronounce the last name, but he was trying to protect his family once he realized what was going on. He was in the way of, he was behind Trump, and if Trump hadn't turned his head like he did, he would have turned it to this direction, we would be talking about something so much worse. And you know, I think that's actually why the weapon went off when it did. He wasn't expecting Trump to move, and when he did, he got jittery and started firing. That's my theory anyways. Tell me your theory down in the comments, because this is just wild. This whole situation, that there was a huge gap in the Secret Service orientation. They weren't coordinated well with local law enforcement. They tried to blame local law enforcement. You have to wonder how it was so difficult for them to get around to the back of the building. Was no one planning this properly? How did the snipers, who knew where this kid was, because the moment those shots rang out, bang, bang, the dude is no longer on this earth. So they knew. They had to have reported it in, saying, hey boss, we got someone on the roof. Got sights on him. Do nothing. Okay. They did nothing. They knew and did nothing. Doesn't that raise a few alarm bells? Doesn't that wave a few red flags? My guess is, and I don't like getting conspiratorial, but my guess is they saw an opportunity to let an accident happen. The reason why the CIA doesn't do this in the open is because if they do that here on American soil, that breaks the veil, that breaks the illusion, and it's a tell to the American people that the CIA does not have your best interest at heart, that the FBI does not have your best interest at heart, and we know that they don't. We have seen what they do with their power. They monitor pro-life Catholic groups because how dare people stand up for the lives of the unborn? The CIA probably has a file on me somewhere. I'm probably on some watch lists. They don't like conservatives because conservatives take one look at the government and go, you are too big, you are too bloated, and you may abuse your power. And so far, we're right on all three. And so ultimately, we get moments like this, where someone was in a position to end an entire campaign with a single shot. That is beyond wild. That is beyond negligent. And my heart goes out to the Trump family, and of course the family of the man whose life was taken that day because he just so happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. That man went down trying to protect his other family members who were on that stage with him. That's a good man. That man is no longer with us because some kid got radicalized and thought that the rhetoric that he has been given for so long, because listen, y'all don't fully understand this. People 35 and younger get their news from the internet. They don't get it from mainstream media. They will get it from Twitter, they will get it from YouTube, but if they get it from Reddit or they get it from Tumblr, it's a problem. Those places are cesspools of imbeciles. All right, Redditors, please get off that platform and touch some grass. All right, that place has radicalized more kids and has enabled more insanity than I think any other app out there. Instagram might make you depressed because you don't look the way your friend does. Your friend's prettier than you, or your friend lifts more than you do. That doesn't lift anyone up, but Reddit enables people because no one has the guts to tell these people, I think you're the problem here, you need to get better, here are the resources. Instead, you get people that enable the worst parts of your own human life. That's not good. When you enable the evil and the degenerate, all you're doing is undermining yourself and your country. That's how you get people like Crooks, who fortunately failed in his just deluded decision. I'm glad the snipers did their jobs, but man, oh man, sometimes it's better to prevent than to avenge. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on Politbro. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one, and until then, y'all have a good one. and hug your loved ones.